In a February 2026 update detailed by the History Channel, Gary Drayton unearthed a 1500s iron chain on Lot 8 that experts say proves a massive 50,000-pound boulder is actually a man-made vault seal. We are currently deep into Season 13 of The Curse of Oak Island, and the historical timeline is changing right before our eyes. Just days ago, during the airing of episodes like A Knight's Journey and The Shining, the team shifted their focus away from the money pit and onto a mysterious feature on Lot 8. For years, this area was overlooked, covered in dense brush, and ignored in favor of the famous money pit shaft. Earlier this month, a parade report detailed how metal detection expert Gary Drayton and project manager Scott Barlow hiked up to Lot 8 to investigate a large boulder. What they found hidden in the dirt nearby was a heavy, hand-forged iron chain with oval links, buried just inches below the surface. This discovery has shaken the war room because of the dates associated with it. Oak Island Tours notes the original money pit mystery began in the 1790s, but we aren't talking about that era anymore. We are talking about the 1500s. This chain changes the entire narrative of who was on the island and what heavy machinery they were using centuries before the first treasure hunters ever arrived. The moment happened fast, but the implications are permanent. Gary Drayton and Scott Barlow were scanning the perimeter of a large, anomalous boulder on Lot 8 when Gary got that distinct, high-pitched squeal on his detector. He knew immediately it was non-ferrous, or at least iron of major importance. When they dug down, they pulled up a section of chain that looked ancient. The links were oval, unlike the square or rectangular shape seen in modern industrial chains. Gary quickly flagged the wear patterns because the iron wasn't just rusted, it was worn smooth on the inside curves. That specific type of wear only happens when a chain is under extreme tension for long periods. It suggests this wasn't debris from a ship, but a tool used for heavy lifting. In a clip now circulating on YouTube, Gary told Scott this could be the hardware used to move that massive rock sitting just 20 yards away. If he is right, that boulder didn't roll there naturally, but was dragged into place to cover something up. The team rushed the artifact to the lab, where, as Screen Rant highlights, archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan ran it through the XRF scanner. This is where the story gets scientific. The composition came back as 99% pure iron with high phosphorus levels. In metallurgy, that is clear evidence for pre-industrial technology. Modern iron, or even iron from the 1700s, typically has more alloys and carbon mixed in. Pure iron like this is brittle and notoriously difficult to make, pointing directly to a manufacturing date in the 1600s, or potentially as far back as the 1500s. Emma confirmed that the high phosphorus content makes it consistent with European iron from that era. This matches the timeline of the Knights of Malta and early Portuguese explorers, blowing the British military theory completely out of the water. This chain is older than the money pit discovery by nearly 300 years. If you are finding this breakdown of the latest Oak Island discoveries interesting, hit subscribe and the notification bell as we cover breaking stories like this every week. Now, we return to the massive boulder on Lot 8. We must discuss the boulder itself because this isn't just a rock. It is a 50,000-pound stone slab that sits oddly flat against the terrain. With the discovery of the chain, the current theory suggests this stone acts as a plug. The wear on the chain links implies they were straining against immense weight. Gary suggests an original work crew used this chain to haul the boulder over a shaft to seal it shut, which makes perfect sense. You dig a shaft, deposit the cache, and then drag a rock so heavy that no shovel-wielding treasure hunter could ever move it. The chain was likely left behind or snapped during the operation. This aligns with the massive mechanical advantage Rick Lagina frequently mentions. Moving 25 tons requires block and tackle systems that utilize exactly this kind of high-strength, pure iron chain. While Gary was handling the iron, geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner analyzed the dirt directly underneath the boulder. He took soil samples from beneath the edge of the stone, and the results were staggering. The data showed a massive spike in lead and other heavy metals in the soil profile. This is not natural background radiation or mineral deposits, but a chemical footprint left by a large amount of man-made material degrading over centuries. Ian stated clearly that there is a void or a disturbed area of soil directly beneath the rock. The lead signature matches the high-content lead bag seals and crosses found elsewhere on the island. Essentially, the science indicates that something metallic and non-native sits in a cavity right under that 50,000-pound lid. The chain dragged the lid on, and the lead is leaching out from whatever is inside. Things escalated quickly in episode 14 when the team managed to drill a small probe hole to drop a camera into the void beneath the boulder. As the camera descended into the dark cavity, the LED lights caught a reflection. A distinct shimmering glint appeared on the monitor that was yellow and reflective. Rick Lagina and the team on Lot 8 froze. Skeptics might say it could be pyrite, but the context here is different. You have a 1500s chain, a man-placed 30,000-pound rock, and high lead signatures in the soil. Seeing a gold-colored reflection in that specific environment is far more compelling than a random sparkle in a drill core. The camera also revealed what looked like a rusted iron tool, suggesting the void is indeed a man-made chamber that has remained intact for 5 centuries. We cannot ignore how this connects to the swamp. While Lot 8 grabs headlines, the Oak Island Compendium notes that the team also uncovered more of the cobblestone path in the swamp, less than a mile away. The dating of the organic material between the stones also points to the late 1500s or early 1600s. This is not a coincidence, as we appear to be looking at a single, massive operation. The theory suggests the swamp was the unloading zone. Ships docked there, unloaded heavy chests or artifacts onto the stone path, and then transported them to Lot 8. The iron chain found by Gary was the final tool used in this logistical line, connecting the dock in the swamp to the vault on the hill. It forms one continuous line of evidence where the Portuguese or Templar group arrived, unloaded, hauled the treasure to Lot 8, sealed it with the boulder, and left. This situation can be frustrating for fans because following these reveals in early February 2026, reports from On the Flicks indicate a brief pause in the broadcast schedule. This often happens when production needs to catch up or when a discovery is significant enough to warrant legal or governmental pauses. The team is currently bringing in heavy lifting cranes to attempt to move the Lot 8 boulder. They cannot dig under it safely without risking a collapse, so the plan is to lift the 25-ton rock entirely. This is an engineering nightmare, but with the evidence mounting, they have no choice. The next few episodes are set to show the arrival of this heavy equipment. If that chain really did pull the rock into place, removing it is the only way to reverse the process and reveal the shaft. This discovery changes the endgame for Oak Island. For over 2 centuries, everyone was obsessed with the money pit, digging blindly into water traps and collapsing tunnels. The iron chain and the Lot 8 boulder suggest the money pit might have been a decoy all along. If the real vault was sealed under a rock on high ground, away from the flood tunnels, it explains why no one found the treasure in the pit. The 1500s date pushes the timeline back before pirates, pointing squarely at military or religious orders with the engineering capacity to forge pure iron chains and move mountain-sized rocks. We are no longer looking for loose coins dropped by a pirate, but a deposit that required industrial-scale planning. If they lift that boulder and find a dry shaft, the 200-year mystery ends this year. The chain is the physical proof that something massive was moved on Lot 8, and the science backs it up. We are just weeks away from seeing what lies beneath that 50,000-pound seal. Thanks for watching, and if you want more detailed analysis like this, hit subscribe.